Say hi to Millie. Well, if you know what the weather's like in Canada, you can probably take a guess as to whether or not we made it. But despite the eventual outcome, there was a point where we almost weren't allowed to leave the country.
So what day is it? Today's the 29th of December. We're still at our hotel because our flight got delayed last night. We won't face delays today, fingers crossed, knock on wood, and then we'll head on out to New Zealand. I'm very excited for that. I am already tired and we haven't done the 22 hours in the plane yet, so not terribly stoked for that. I don't like flying, it freaks me out, so hopefully we don't hit too much turbulence and it'll be smooth sailing just for me. If you were like big on TikTok or something, you posted this.
It'd be great for an Insta Live.
Well, I was gonna say I would be roasted in the comments for sitting wrong on a chair.
Would you?
I think so.
We'd headed out a little bit early on day 2 to try to get our bags sorted and maybe catch an earlier flight so that we didn't run into the same delay issues as the day prior. Little did we know that baggage would be the least of our concerns. To keep this incredibly brief, despite it feeling like an eternity in the moment, I was denied boarding onto the plane due to issues with my visa. As most people with a brain cell could probably figure out, your visa for a different country is inherently tied to your passport number. I, in my infinite wisdom earlier in the year, had updated my passport knowing that it was due to expire while we were set to be away. I thought that this was a stroke of genius, but it turns out that I made a little bit of an error. I had completely forgotten to inform Immigration New Zealand that I had updated my passport, and because my passport and visa were interlinked, I had a new passport number, therefore technically my visa wasn't valid. It was a complete shot in the dark. We had no clue if it would work, but I quickly flagged down the other agent who was helping me before. We had waited in that line for about an hour previously, and she was nice enough to accommodate me knowing that we were on a time crunch. She talked to her supervisor, and supervisor made a phone call to Immigration New Zealand, prefacing with the fact that he had tried this before and it had never worked, and so it was very unlikely that I was going to be able to get sorted. The phone call lasted about 15 minutes, and the entire time I was just in pure anticipation, almost breaking down in tears, but that was a whole different thing. The eventual result of that phone call being that I was all clear and they had all the details they needed and I was good to get on the plane. We'd experienced a pretty frustrating 24 hours leading up to this point, and so it was definitely the icing on the cake, for lack of a better term. In a roundabout way though, this kind of made me realize how much I actually did want to go, and it helped to put things into perspective. So in a weird way, I guess it was kind of a blessing. It really helped me to erase any of the doubts that I'd been facing in the previous weeks, in that this was the right decision and where I wanted to be.
After 147 hours, we have successfully cut off Keegan's arm, and now we're allowed to leave. Why would it be this arm that you're using? Now we're finally allowed to leave from Toronto Pearson Airport. Is it 147 hours? It's 127 hours, isn't it? Idiot. After almost being denied exit and our flight being delayed, and then now it's delayed again, we're finally maybe going. Maybe. They have barely started boarding, so we'll see.
We are hour 27, I think. We've still not left Toronto. We're now on a third different flight to get to Queens. And it's going to be 3 hours before New Year's, and so, well, New Year's Eve until the new year. So, good times. Everybody's having fun. After killing time in the lounge for a while and drowning our sorrows in adult fruit juice, things finally came together just before midnight.
My best.
We need living proof.
We did it!
That we finally got on a plane after 29 hours? No. Did we do it?
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. We're on a plane.
There's the proof. It's out of focus, but it's proof. Okay, good morning. It is like 2:15 a.m. at the Vancouver airport. It's been a bit of a train wreck of the past like 36 hours. Yeah, very stressful. Got a few hours of sleep. Now I'm gonna munch some A&W, and we're gonna continue on to Sydney for 15 hours, so wish us luck. After leaving Vancouver, we still had a slog of about 17 hours of flying time, not including our 2-hour stopover now happening in Sydney as opposed to Auckland. We weren't 100% sure that we were going to get in before the new year, and we still had the hour drive to make back from Queenstown to Wanaka, and so things were looking a little bit dicey. Luckily for me, I am a big fan of airplane window seats, and so that helped to cushion the blow a little bit. Beautiful night to lose all your bags in Queenstown. Well, not in Queenstown, everywhere else.
We made it.
Beautiful Queenstown. It is actually pretty.
It was really
How many hours have we been traveling?
60.
How many times have we eaten out?
Too many.
How many bags did our airlines lose?
2.
Sorry, well, one suitcase, one.
How many flights were delayed? All of them. How many times did we change flights? 3. But we made it!
We made it! We finally get on our flights. Like, we get to Sydney, no problem. Then our luggage is in Sydney, probably. So now we have 2 airlines that we need to talk to. And we have a little bit of clothes, but not much. And everything's going great. After 2 different airlines lost our baggage, we eventually set off from the airport. As the rest of the country was ringing in the new year with fireworks and parties, we pulled into our home 30 minutes before midnight. A small victory in a string of days otherwise filled with frustration and close calls. Our first few days were spent catching up with everyone, figuring out our sleep schedule, and more importantly, stuffing our face with as many steak and cheese pies as we could manage.
Ahoy, matey.
Nope. One of the first things we were fortunate enough to do was head out on the lake. Now, I've fished maybe 2 times in my life, and I can't say that I've ever owned a Bass Pro Shops hat, but I do like boats, and I do like being out on the lake. So fishing was a pretty good way to do both of those things.
Hello.
Is that loud? I had a few different casts and near catches, but clearly my lack of fishing experience and not doing the fish dance enough resulted in no results on my end. It was only day 3, but things were off to a great start. How do you feel being complicit in a murder?
Odd. We got burrito bowls, got the chicken, some veg, boiled kale, olive, salsa, sour cream. We're trying the sriracha mayo this year. It's a bit of a vibe. Always got the jallops, a little hot sauce to spice things up, and of course, Tostitos chips. These are the greatest things I've ever tasted in my life. They go perfect with this. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Bring them to Canada.
I was due to head up to Auckland with the band the following morning for a full week, and it was bound to be a great time documenting everything. The boys had a couple of songs to dig through, and I was able to test out a few different video formats as well as tear through a few rolls of film, including some medium format.
We're at Queenstown Airport, gonna fly to Auckland Airport, and we're gonna go to the studio in Auckland from Auckland Airport. I found them.
They're dirty. They're the only ones I've got left.
Hey. There we go.
Yeah.
It just elevates
Dude,
it. That
so good.
slide.
Just give me one more like that.
Does it not flash off there? Oh. I'm gonna go trip it.
It doesn't zoom. After a full week away, my bike and our luggage had finally arrived in Wanaka, and we were able to make a proper start on things. I was super excited to get going on building the bike and heading back out on a few rides, knowing that my trip was only a few weeks away. Luckily for me, nothing was damaged and everything assembled together correctly. The first week back was nothing short of hectic, as Allie had been starting work once more while I was out on various hikes and bike rides, trying to get my legs back into working order. I'd also been trying to figure out the mounting for my action camera, but failed to take into account the concept of shock absorption, so things didn't really go as planned. Okay, hello, good morning from Lake Hawaii. Yes, I bought these glasses just to look pretentious, and it's working, but they are cool, so I don't care. Beautiful day. I'll just turn it around. Not a cloud to be found, and yeah, the scenery could be worse. We're about 20k in today, roughly. So far, I'm just planning to do like 40 to 50, just kind of doing warm-up rides for the next little bit, and yeah, it's been going pretty well so far, but I have a few things to tune up on the bike, and a few issues with the gear shifting that I'll have to fix when I get back. Recording everything on the Osmo Nano today, which is cool. Didn't want to bring a camera along with me, but this thing rules. Need to get a helmet mount though, because it's way too shaky on the bike, so great day for it. But the biggest challenge was trying to figure out the clipless situation, clip on, clip in, clipped, for my pedals and shoes that I had bought back home, as I knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge. Alright. Hello, good afternoon. Trying out the DJI today. Let's see how it goes. So, been a busy couple days getting a bunch of things together for the bike. I have most of the parts that I need now. Still a few more things to get. It's been a little expensive. But the real test is the clipless shoes test. So we'll see how that is going to go. Anyways, so before we left, I still had a connection with my old work at Sport Check back in Canada, and they had some indoor cycling shoes, and it turns out that they were like $5 on clearance, even though they're regular like $130 shoes. So even though they're not outdoor cycling shoes, I figured, well, I'll just pick them up, and if it goes well, then great. If not, it was like $10, $5, whatever it was, so it's no big loss. The challenge is that I've never done this before. I've never used clipless or clip-on or whatever you call them. So basically today is going to be a compilation of me absolutely eating dirt as I try to get used to the system, and I figured there's no better place to do it than on the grass and away from people, so that I don't embarrass myself too much. So we'll see how it goes. So please enjoy me trying to do this. It should be very entertaining. They're really actually quite comfortable right now, so we'll see if that sticks. This is already off to a great start. Just gonna try to get one in. Is it pushed straight down? Got one. Yeah, I got one in. Okay, one is clipped in, and then to pull it off, I just go to the side. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. Now for the fun part. Okay. Nope. Oh, right on the crotch. Oh. Nope. I was really hoping this would just go first try. Look at me. I can hear it. The camera can hear it. Yay. Look at this. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Look at me. It's a little terrifying.
Because it feels like you can't.
Yeah, but like they clip out actually quite easily. Yeah, it's literally just pull them off to the side. We did it, team. Am I a real cyclist now? I need more Lycra. We did it. Scruffy also did it.
This is where the laser beams come from.
How do they sound? After finally sorting out the clipless situation, I went back out on a few more rides, testing out a new setup for the Osmo Nano and taking in some of the scenery. Alright, hello, good day. I don't know if the audio is going to pick up because the waves are a little loud. Trying out the little neckless mount for the camera, which has been going pretty good. Yeah, beautiful day. Down we go. Hello, good evening. We are 7:24 right now, roughly, give or take. And currently on the aurora forecast, it is a 40% chance to see the aurora. We're looking at 54% in 20 minutes. I don't know, it'll be really cool. I think with this high of a chance, it's pretty likely, but you never know. So hopefully we'll see you back here in 2 hours, give or take.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm a wilderness explorer. Today, I am trying to get my Southern Lights badge.
Aurora Australis.
Aurora Australis badge. Wish me luck.
Update, I think we are taking the show on the road. The past few weeks have been hectic, and I've been feeling a lot of doubt about whether or not I'm up for the challenge that I've set myself on in doing this bike trip. I often dwell on the fact that I'm continuously fighting my own brain about whether I'm making the right decisions. But then, something amazing comes along at just the right time that helps me to realize that maybe everything will be just fine. I'm not very spiritual in general, but I do believe that we are given little slivers of time that help to calm our minds and see that we're incredibly lucky for the opportunities that we have. This night was no exception.